it's Bunny, and it's everybody's favorite day of the week. The day of the week when we ask ourselves, does this thing really work? And today we are finally going to be testing Waveformers. A couple of weeks ago, we retested, well, actually for the first time ever, we tested proper curl formers, like name brand curl formers. It was kind of an interesting adventure, but this week we are going to be testing Waveformers. Now, these are off-brand. The brand Curl Formers actually makes a product called Waveformers, but they don't look anything like this. Now, my original intent for this video is I wanted to do half of my head using these off-brand Waveformers, and I wanted to do the other half using the actual Curl Formers branded Waveformers, but they're out of stock right now. So I don't know, that might be a future video depending on how interested in all of this you guys are, but I have always wanted to test these Waveformer things out. I've seen them over the years everywhere online, and you guys know I loved, or I do love, I am still alive and loving things, the crimped, like wave kind of look. I style my hair like that all the time. Last week or a couple weeks ago when we did Curl Formers, it was still a very kind of like painful process. I ended up loving the results that we got from the Curl Formers, but it was still quite painful. These I bought on Amazon. I believe you get a pack of 25 for $25. So they're roughly $1 a piece. I did buy 2 packs. Now, I don't really see anything different between these different colors of Waveformers. Usually the different colors like indicate for different hair lengths or, you know, different styles, but these literally just look all the same. Now, the only thing I do have to say is, obviously, these are not going to be long enough for my whole head of hair, so this might be quite silly. I was honestly going to cut my hair at home myself this week, but obviously I chickened out. I will say right off the bat, I think that I'm going to have a much easier time putting these in my hair comfortably, because you guys can see just in a natural like resting position, just the opening where you thread your hair through is a lot looser than the actual Curl Formers. They do come, wow, this is like a 3-piece one. These honestly seem kind of like not that great quality if I'm being honest. And they're also like as long as the other hook, but I don't know why, because they're longer. They're like, okay, hang on. I gotta get one properly assembled, but it's not gonna be this one. Okay, we're gonna try the other one. I'm pushing with all of my might, and I cannot get these two, like, I think you could just do the job with 2 pieces. Maybe not, I don't, is it cheating if I use the Curl Formers hook? Well, my hair is freshly washed, freshly conditioned, sippy sippy, let's get started. I hope I pull less of my hair out this week. Let's go with this Sassy Gator Green one. Yeah, see, these are like so loose, you guys. Like, you don't even have to like pinch them to open them up to get them on the hair hooker. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take like approximately 1-inch sections of hair. Oh, that's the other interesting thing to mention is these literally come with 0 instructions. So you just kind of have to do it yourself. Maybe look at a couple YouTube videos. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, these are painless. Like, that was so much easier already. Ow. Oop. Okay. Ow. That was a little bit more painful. Ooh, I feel like it's like, oh yeah, what's going on there? There we go. Okay, I had to like loosen it up. It's like the hair was pulled like really tightly in there. And I know people are saying my hair is too long for this, and I will acquiesce to that for this version. Clearly my hair is too long for this, but my hair should not be too long for the Curl Formers we tried last week, because they have a super long set, which was supposedly specifically designed for my length of hair. So, I mean, obviously I don't think they would make a product for a length of hair that is not intended to be able to use said product. You know what I mean? That would just be kind of silly. I honestly maybe bought too many of these. I don't know. Here we go. All right, that was easier. So far, so good. I've gotten quite a few in there already. 3, quite a few. Sometimes like the things that I say don't make any sense, and yet I say them anyway. I'm definitely having an easier time with these. Definitely less painful. I am just gonna keep moving along and I will check in with you guys. We're gonna do the 3-layer method again, as if my hair is a 3-layer cake. We're just gonna move layer by layer. So I'm gonna check in with you guys again once I have layer 1 done. All right, you guys, level 1 done. And it took about 12 minutes to put all of these in. I feel like that is already far and away way faster than our previous curl former experience. I also just re-looked at the packaging and noticed that there are 28 curl formers in each package. I have 17 in my hair right now. I only have 11 left. When I first started this, I was like looking down and I'm like, okay, maybe I did not need 2 packages, but now I am very glad that we have 2 packages, because I do like to just put 1-inch sections of hair in there. I feel like that really gives us like the actual, you know, style that we're trying to achieve. I feel like if I just put like super thick chunks inside of each curl former, then it wouldn't really look like that much of a style. I don't know. You guys know that I don't really like the super loose styles. Like I don't like really loose curls or really loose waves or anything. I love like the crimps and stuff. I like for my hair to be like really, you know, big and crazy and all kinds of cool stuff like that. It's time to begin section 2. So, I mean, I don't want to sit here and say like I didn't have like any oopsies along the way where I twisted the hair and then I couldn't get the hook through. There definitely were some experiences like that, but just on a whole, it was far less frequent than last week's adventure. Overall, I feel like I'm pulling out less hair this week, which is just always great. See, I feel like this time I might like, look, I mean, there was a mishap right there. I don't know why. I felt like the hair was like nice and smoothly combed out. Oh, look at that. That's not cute. You guys, we need the split ender now. I feel like I literally should just cut that. Let's just find out what happens if I put something like that into the split ender. Look at that. I hate when my hair does that. Anybody else's hair do that? Is that a split end? Ow. I'm just gonna cut it, but the split ender won't cut ball chunks off your hair. All right, let's try that again. I did just cut that little piece of my hair out. Guys, I really think I'm gonna cut my own hair. Or I might chicken out, I don't know. I kind of just am at that stage where like I don't care. And honestly, the only thing keeping me from not cutting my own hair is not the fear that I might totally screw it up, but it's that all the magical black sections of my hair are so grown out that I feel like if I cut as much off as I would like to cut, I will be cutting all of the black sections out of my hair, and I'm definitely not gonna try and do an at-home like black and blonde hair dye job. That would just literally be, that would not be good. I hesitate because I like do not want just all blonde hair again. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. See, that time was smooth. So I mean, it's definitely not like, oh, I'm not having a single problem with these, but that is probably the 3rd time, maybe the 4th time that I've pulled my hair through and it got tangled up in there and I had to back the little hair hook out and try again. I will check back in with you guys once section 2 is done. I am this far in, and I finally had to open up the next package of these things, which seemed pretty well sealed. But now I feel kind of like grossed out because there is this bit of hair which is like in the bag. Do you guys see this? I'm gonna touch what I'm assuming is another person's hair. Yum, yum. I am kind of grossed out, if I'm being honest. I'm like looking at these individual products and they don't seem used or anything. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, if we weren't in the middle of the actual plague, I wouldn't be so perturbed by it. Am I overreacting? How would you guys feel about this? I don't like it. 30 minutes later, and I'm just gonna go ahead and confess to you guys that I just individually shampooed and washed each of these Waveformers in the shower, because laugh at me if you want, but I'm just trying to be as careful as I possibly can. I don't know if it's a return. Maybe there was a piece of hair in there, like when they got packaged in the factory. I'm hoping a long time ago. I feel like I wouldn't be that concerned about it if they were like the bottom layer ones, but last time when I was doing the top layer curl formers, they kind of like occasionally hit me in the eye or hit me in the face or hit me in the mouth. And I don't know. You guys are just honestly gonna have to let me know. Would you find that gross? Like literally the hair was in the bottom of the package and it was double sealed, like it's a Ziploc bag inside of another Ziploc style bag. And I mean, there wasn't like a taped seal or anything on it. So, I mean, it looked sealed. I don't know how Amazon returns truthfully work. I know a couple of years ago, I did that video where I bought it from some other website. I honestly don't remember what it was called, but you guys remember when those videos were like super trendy where you buy like an Amazon return palette? But I don't know if like some Amazon returns just get back in the mainstream Amazon shipping cycle. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I've never gotten another item on Amazon that previously looked used or returned or something. Maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of it. I don't know. You guys let me know. It kind of grosses me out like a little bit worse than if I found like a hair in my food or something. I don't know why. It is kind of good to know that these things are washable. They feel like dry already, so I think we're good to go. We're gonna keep going. Layer number 3. Now, I'm not afraid to sometimes share my really terribly bad ideas with you guys. So can y'all even believe that I sort of questioned that maybe this was a way that I could trim my hair, is like just cut each piece, like just cut this amount of hair off that's sticking out of these Waveformers, which I now realize is a probably repulsively bad idea, because like obviously I'm not able to place each one like perfectly in at the scalp. That I'm sure would be nightmarish, but it definitely would be something that yours truly would do. All right, you guys, my hair is covered in worms. Doesn't this look just like packing worms? Also, I vaguely remember there was a doll called like Betty Spaghetti. Did she not have hair like this? So I am definitely glad that I got 2 packages instead of 1, because it took every single one of these little Waveformers. So I have 2 times 28, which I'm almost sure is 50 something. My math skills are not that great. So I'm gonna go ahead and spin around so you guys can see. There's a lot of things in my hair right now. Ooh. Sassy, springy. I think I said that I spent an hour and a half drying my hair last time, but I actually think it was more around 2 hours. So that's what I'm gonna go do now. I'm gonna get out and away from these super hot, super bright lights, and I'm gonna go sit under a bonnet dryer for probably about 2 hours, and then I will be back to show you guys the big reveal. All right, you guys, it's been, I think at least 2 hours, maybe more like 2 hours and 15 minutes, and whereas I feel like the original curl formers were more difficult to put in my hair, but the drying process was pretty easy, these are like the exact opposite. The drying process was pretty challenging. I could not for the life of me get all of these things to fit inside of the bonnet. So for a majority of the time, I had the bonnet like just sitting on the top of my head. It covered about half of these things. I stuck half the curl formers or the Waveformers in, and then like tightened the bonnet around it and dried one half and then dried the other half. So I sort of had to dry it in 3 sections. The wait is over. Let's start popping these out of my hair. I do feel like the removal process is also probably going to be a lot easier. I'm gonna try and pinch the top and the base. Ugh, see, like the removal process is still, ooh, kind of difficult if I'm being honest. It's just like, I think the silicone is just super grabby to hair, and so it's kind of like what keeps it in. ooh, really just wants to, you know, hold on to the hair and not let it go. So I don't know. I don't know if these are gonna overall look as good. There we go. I feel like they just all take, you know, it's a learning curve. Oh, and I do hear little like pulling again. I'm not sure if this is like so healthy for hair to do all the time. Just sounds like there's a lot of rippage / breakage. All right, you guys, time for the big reveal. I love how this looks, even more than the Waveformers we saw last time. You guys know, I honestly just love a waved. Now this is definitely not a crimped look, but it is a nice waved look. It sort of reminds me of, honestly, sometimes after I wash my hair, I will braid it to fall asleep so that I don't wake up with like a lot of tangles in my hair. And it sort of reminds me of the same effect that I get with that. You know what? Let me just pull it back really quick, but I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like before I do anything to it. I'm back with my infamous 2 bobby pin hairstyle that I do for all of these videos. Once again, my only complaint with these things, maybe it's just me, I don't know. I do tend to see quite a bit of hair loss, hair breakage. I'm not sure if it's like pulling my hair out or just breaking little bits of my hair off. Maybe you guys can see it more on the tops of these tubes. I mean, it's kind of atrocious. Honestly, the reason is the silicone is just super grabby. Like, if you guys ever put anything that is silicone up to your hair, I don't know if it is just me, but it will like rip my hair out. And that is with any of these kind of styling tools that I've ever had. Or like, you know, sometimes the ends of hair straighteners and stuff are silicone tipped. If ever my hair touches that portion of a hair straightener or hair styler or whatever, it always just rips my hair out. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but that is kind of the only thing that dissuades me from committing to saying I would use these products regularly, is even though I figured out, like, I think the mechanics a little bit better of pull the Waveformers straight, make sure you like really pinch both of the silicone ends open, like just trying to make it as easy to remove as possible. It's still just like grabbing other pieces of my hair and pulling them out. Like, these were a lot easier to put in and take out, but I was still just like finding myself grimacing a lot. Like I said in the last video, I am very tender-headed, but it is just very like pulley, grabby, the whole like in and out process. I think that my hair turned out great. I did end up like straightening the very ends where I'm sure you guys can see they were longer than the Waveformers, but I don't know. I mean, I do that style a lot, even when I am sometimes like waving my hair or something. I won't do all the way to the bottom. Like if I'm just trying to save the ends of my hair from like further damaging them. So, I mean, I do this style often and I like the way it looks. I always get so many comments that are like split 50-50. Like people will always like love my hair and compliment it and never want me to cut it and really love it long. And then the other half of people are like, cut your hair, it looks so nasty, like blah, blah, blah. Which, I mean, it is like personal preference, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. My hair is what it is right now. Am I gonna cut it on my own? I don't know. I probably shouldn't, if I'm being honest, but I just might do it, but I don't know. I don't think there's like very many like just middle of the road people. It's like they either love my hair or hate it. People are like, oh, it makes you look so young. It makes you look so old. You're too old to have hair that long. Like, I don't know. That one honestly throws me for a loop. I didn't realize there was like a certain age you hit and then you have to just like cut your hair super short or have it super long. Like, I don't know. You know me. You know me if you know me. Like, I'm just like, let everybody just like express themselves however they want. Like, if you want to have long hair, have long hair. If you want to have short hair, have short hair. For me personally, like, I don't associate like a certain age with like a certain hair length. I feel like I'm just like super attached to very long hair because I don't... past life regression. It could be shorter than this, but I'm never gonna have my hair like super short. But honestly, if I could just go out in the world right now and have my hair cut, I probably would have it cut shoulder length just because it grows so fast. I know everybody thinks it's extensions. It is literally not extensions, but my hair, I think the length of it is definitely making it look a lot thinner than what it normally is. Or maybe it's because I just keep ripping my hair out with these like these things every other week. Now I'm just digressing into all kinds of other subject matters. You know what? I honestly feel like I need to blast this with just a little bit. I don't even know if this could really be considered. Oh, it is called hairspray, but it's this stuff I use all the time, Aveda. It's called Air Control, and it's very, very lightweight. Like, it doesn't give you any of that crispy feeling. I'm not sure if I would say this is gonna like last very long. It is like, oh, it's like 3 in the morning right now. So I'm hoping I can wake up tomorrow and my hair will somewhat be reasonably styled. But I unfortunately think after I sleep on it, it's gonna be a lot flatter than this, just from, you know, the length and weight of my hair. And it's just not as like high heat styling tools set my hair in a certain style better. That might just be like a Captain Obvious statement, but I feel like the less heat that I apply to a certain style, the more likely it is to fall out quicker. Anyway, I need to stop playing with it. I feel like I do this every single time I style my hair. Like, ugh, just touching, and then I'm like, why isn't my hair stay perfectly styled? Thank you guys so much for hanging out today and for watching. Be sure and let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Do you think that these worked better than the curl formers? Do you like the way that this style turned out? Better or worse than the curl formers? And honestly, let me know if you guys would like for me to attempt to get the real Waveformers and do like the half and half, kind of what I intended for this one. I don't know when they're gonna be back in stock. I looked on Amazon and their normal like hair flare website. They were out of stock everywhere. I couldn't find them anywhere, so let me know. Anyway, if you're not already and you'd like to be, hit the button down below, subscribe, become a member of the Swamp family, and give an alligator its wings. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all again very, very soon. Bye!